Hey Jake, this is Frank over at Max Digital, and as I mentioned, I wanted to shoot you over this quick video, just to show you guys some specific things that you guys can do yourselves to help bring in more business just by better utilizing both your website and your Google Business Profile. So I see you guys are plumbers in New York City, so I've done a quick search on plumber in Queens because I know there's a lot of good opportunity in Queens. So I just kind of wanted to show you real quick what you could be potentially doing to help grow your business in a pretty rapid way. So anyway, this is the search results page that comes up. It says 90% of the people never click past the first page. You're going to want to try to get into as many sections of this page as possible. So this top section here is the Google advertisers. And I saw that you guys actually have found your name by just clicking under this More Plumbers in New York. But you're not on the first page here, so I want to show you how to get to the first page. All right, so the second section down is known as the Google Map Pack, and getting into this section, which usually has 3 businesses in it, unless a fourth one is actually paying to be here. But these 3 are here because of the strength of their Google Business Profile, number 1, and number 2, because they are mentioned more times online than most of the other plumbers in the Queens area. All right, so the way that you get yourself mentioned across the internet is getting registered in online directories. So you want to be registered in more online directories than these guys are in. There's thousands of directories out there like Yelp.com, Angie's List, Nextdoor.com, just to name a few. And many of them are free to join. It just takes time to go out to those sites and enter in your business name, address, and phone number exactly the same way that it is set up here in the Google Business Profile, which you guys already have set up. So that's the first way to get into the map pack. Secondly, you need to make sure that this profile is kept active. And so what I mean by that is you want to continue to get customer reviews and respond to those reviews timely. You want to upload more photos to the site regularly. Ideally, you want to have more reviews and photos than your competitors do. I'm talking about the competitors in your map pack there. And then after that, there's a 750 character field here for you to describe your business. You're going to want to use as much of that field as possible and embed that field with local buyer intent keyword phrases, and I'll talk about that in just a second. And then lastly, you could do periodic posts to this. Here's the 750 character field, so you just want to use up more of it and include the local buyer intent keyword phrases. And then lastly, there's an ability to do periodic postings to the profile, much like a social media post. And so if your competitors are doing that, you would want to do that as well. So that's how you would get into the map pack. 30 to 40% of the traffic is going to go to the businesses listed in this section, so it's important to get in there if you're looking to grow. And then lastly, what I really wanted to focus on was this organic section down below, which is based on the ranking for this section is based on the strength of your website and specifically the content and backlinks profile that you have on the website. And so after you get past Angie's List and Yelp, these directory sites, you start to get down to individual plumbers and their websites. And so here's Citywide Plumbing, which is actually the #1 ranking plumbing website in Queens. And so I want to compare your content and backlinks to Citywide Plumbing's. All right, so here is your website here. One thing I wanted to point out is that you have about 900 words of content on this site. Google's looking for like 1,500 to 2,000 words of content on the homepage for you to be considered an authoritative site or an expert in the niche. You don't necessarily have to get to that to rank high. It does help, but we definitely want to focus on is having more content than your competitor has. But getting to that, like I said, getting to that threshold, that 1,500 to 2,000 threshold will definitely help. And that really kind of depends on what your competitors are doing and also how many local buyer intent keyword phrases you want to be found for. So let me talk about that next. So this is a site I use called Ahrefs to analyze different websites. So this is your website here, and you're currently ranking for 3 different keywords. So if I click on that, I can see what keyword phrases you're ranking for. And these are not local buyer intent keyword phrases. I'm not sure what Dunn Plumbing and meant. They look like 2 different actual companies. You're not ranking high on those searches anyway. You're in 73rd and 88th position. But I wanted to show you what you really want to have embedded frequently in your content is these keyword phrases. So this is your competitor site, and just to show you here, citywideplumbing.com. It's actually a back page of theirs. It's not the root domain that's beating you. So that's what I'm looking at here. It's the back page, and they're currently ranking. That page is ranking for 144 or 132 keyword phrases at this point. But you can see here, these are the local buyer intent keyword phrases I'm referring to. They reference both the location and the service that you provide. And so these are what's being typed into the search bar, what people are actually looking for or typing in when they are looking for a plumber in the Queens area. So there's all these different variations for how they might type it in. This column here, this volume column, shows you the number of searches per month for each of these keyword phrases. And so if you are on page 1, either in the map pack, in the organic listings, or both, you're going to get a significant amount of this volume, and it's really going to help your business grow. So that's content. That's what I want to talk about, content in a nutshell. It's about the amount of content you have on your site, and then making sure that you have enough content to embed these keyword phrases in at a fairly frequent rate. That will get you. That will definitely improve your ranking score. But then lastly, the last piece of the puzzle here is your backlinks profile that I wanted to talk about. So backlinks are just links from other websites over to your website, and they give legitimacy to your site in Google's eyes because they act as an endorsement of your site. Google sees that other sites are linked to you. That must mean that you are a relevant site or an important site to be linked to. So you want to beat your competitors in the number of backlinks as well as the quality of backlinks. So right now you have 2 backlinks from one referring domain. You do not have a DR score. DR score is your trust score with Google, and it's based on how good your links are. So you want to be linked to websites that have high DR scores because Google will reward you in the rankings if you are linked to other trusted sites, and they'll actually penalize you if you're linked to spammy sites. So that you always want to know who you're linked to and what their DR score is. 30 or higher is considered a good website, a trusted website. So your competitor site here, which again, remember, is their back page, only has 8 backlinks because it is their back page, but they do have a high DR score, and a lot of that DR score is coming, or trust score is coming, because they have a strong home page as well. But really, you need to beat this back page. It's not the home page that's beating you; it's the back page here for Queens that's beating you. So you really would want to focus on building up your content and getting those local buyer intent keyword phrases in there, and that's going to help you significantly in this ranking process. So a lot of great opportunity out in Queens if that's an area that you're looking to expand. You can do the same analysis on whatever other services you provide, whether it be water heater installs or leak detection, and you do the same thing in the different boroughs or other locations that you might service. All right, so I hope that information was helpful. If you wouldn't mind just leaving me a comment, email back, just to let me know if the information was helpful or not, or if there's other information that you'd like to see in future videos. That will help me to continue to provide value to small businesses. Thanks so much, and I look forward to hearing from you. Have a great day.